Okay, so good day, class. We are approaching another topic, yet another topic we call division of polynomials. So, as you may have remembered on our last meeting, we have already discussed multiplication of polynomials. By multiplication of polynomials, we had an abridged version of how we actually approach multiplication of polynomials. So, in the same sense, for the division of polynomials, ganun din yung gagawin natin. Kumbaga magkakaroon lang tayo ng pinakang review session regarding dun sa kung ano man yung dati nang alam nyo dun sa division of polynomials and other algebraic expression. In that in that notion also, ayan, makikita nyo, word yung gamit ko kasi I currently having some problems with my internet connection. So, ayun, medyo pagtsagaan muna natin kung medyo glitchy or medyo ma malabo yung pagkakasulat ng mga ano natin kasi I will be using inking via MS Word. So, to avoid other issues regarding that, hingi lang ako ng permission na ayun, sabihan ko na kayo ng mas maaga. I will be turning off my video. So ano, para mas hindi mag-lag yung system. Okay? So in that case, let's move on to the main issue or main topic for this day. So today, as I said earlier, we will be starting discussing division of polynomials and other algebraic expression. So bakit ko sinabi yung other algebraic expression? There are some cases kasi na sabi natin, di ba? When we mean polynomials, these are algebraic expressions whose variables do not have any negative or fractional na exponents. So, dito kasi sa division, nagkakaroon ng ganong scenario minsan. Nagkakaroon tayo ng mga tinatawag nating negative exponents. So, kaya ko dinagdag dito na division of polynomials and other algebraic expression. So, like how we have proceed with our earlier discussions regarding multiplication of polynomials, we will start with the basics. Let's start with division of polynomials by wherein we are dividing using monomials or dividing by monomials. In that case, ang ibig lang sabihin nitong dividing by monomials, it just means that our monomial will be our divisor. Di ba? Kasi yung glitchy. So we have here our monomial as our divisor. By divisor, kung maaalala nyo, that just mean na kapag meron tayong ano ba, have x squared plus 1 divided by x or 2x, yung x dito will be the divisor. Okay. So, in this case, makikita natin dito na yung x is a monomial and also it will be our divisor. Also, in some sense, pwede rin natin siyang isulat na ganito. Diba, pwede rin siyang mag-appear na ganito. Diba, we have x plus 1 divided by x. Okay, so, ganun din, ano, yung x dito sa baba, that will be our divisor. Okay? So, in that note, let us go on to how we actually divide a number using monomial. There are different modes or different techniques kung paano natin gagawin to. So, ayun, ipe-present ko na lang isa-isa sa inyo kung paano natin gagawin to. So, ang isa sa mga pinakasimpleng pwede natin gawin dito ay yung usual na natin ginagawa dati nung tayo ay tayo nagdi-divide ng mga fractions. So, itong form na ito yung usually or yung general na ginagamit kapag when we are talking about division of polynomials. Okay? So, basically, ang ginagawa dito, ito yung pinakamadali na way na gawin niyan. Okay? So, pwede natin siyang i-express ngayon na ang gagawin natin, since ito ay division at ang alam natin, ang division at multiplication ay pwede nating i-distribute sa mga ano natin, sa mga terms natin. So, ganun din yung pwede natin gawin dito. So, kung makikita nyo rin, ito ay division, pwede rin natin yung i-distribute. So, ano yung distribute na sinasabi ko? Basically, ang gagawin lang dyan, you just need to rewrite the numerator. Okay? Yan. Then, you just need to divide that by your monomial denominator. Then, you separate that kung ano mang sign yung nandito. So, we'll have their plus. Then, we'll have their 1 over yung, nire-write ko lang yung isa pang nasa numerator at yung denominator which is x. So, anong next na gagawin? So, ang pwede na natin next na gawin dito is we just need to apply our laws of exponents. Okay? Wherein yun yung quotient of a power. So, ang ginagawa lang natin, pag meron tayong quotient of a power, we just need to look at the variable that has higher number of or higher exponent. Then, i-write lang natin yung base, tapos doon lang natin i-minus. So, mangyayari dito, kung yan yung expression natin, bale mangyayari, magkakaroon tayo dito. Dito sa first term pa lang, kakaroon tayo dyan ng x raised to 2. Tapos, alam natin na ito ay may exponent na 1. So, minus 1. Then, dito sa part na to, basically wala na tayong magagawa kasi hindi sila similar. Hindi similar yung base nila. So, magkakaroon tayo dyan ng x plus 1. Okay? Then, ang next na gagawin natin dyan, simplify na lang natin to. Then, we will have there x plus x over 1. So, may mga magtatanong sa inyo, Sir, yan na ba yun? Opo, yan na yun. Since wala na tayong pwedeng gawin dun sa 1 over x, yan na po yung magiging expression natin. Kaya yan, class, yung sinasabi ko sa inyo na other algebraic expression. Kasi kung maalala nyo, kapag tinransform natin to, itong 1 over x, yan ay magiging x raised to negative 1. So, meaning to say, hindi na siya polynomial. Kaya, from polynomials or divisions of polynomials, so we have here our binomial, binomial divided by a monomial, magkaroon tayo ng result na hindi na polynomial. So, ito yung hindi polynomial dito sa part na to. So, kapag ito ay hindi polynomial, ibig sabihin yung buong expression ay hindi na rin siya polynomial. Okay? Nagka-count na lang siya under dun sa tinatawag nating algebraic expression. Specifically, we call that rational expressions. Okay? So, ano pa yung isang technique? So, ito yung, by use of loss of exponent, yung ginamit natin. Ito actually yung pinakasimple. Pero ito yung laging nakakalimutan gawin when it comes to division wherein the divisor is a monomial. So, meron pa rin naman natin gamitin yung tinatawag nating long method or yung tinatawag nating long division. So, kung maalala nyo, by long division, ang usual natin ginagawa, halimbawa, if we are dividing a number, let's say we have 125 divided by 5, kasi monomial lang yung ginagamit natin. So, 5 lang gawin natin. Ginagawa lang natin, i-divide lang natin siya dito sa mga to, kapag kaya. So, ano nangyayari? Halimbawa, we have 1 divided by 5. Hindi yun pwede. Okay? So, magkakaroon tayo ng fraction. Kailangan yung magiging result natin, it's either whole number or higher. So, ginagawa natin, kukunin natin dyan yung 12, yun yung i-divide natin by 5. Alam natin na yun ay dalawa, yung 5 dun sa 12. So, magkakaroon. Multiply natin, gawin natin 10. Subtract natin, magkaroon tayo ng 2. Tama ba? Tapos, bring down natin yung hindi natin sinubtract. Okay, so 25. Then 25 divided by 5, that is 5. Then 5 times 5, 25. Subtract ulit natin. Okay, so that is 0. So basically, ganun din yung ating long division. Ang gagawin lang natin, we just need to divide x squared plus 1 by x. Okay? So, meron lang tayong additional na kailangan gawin dito. Kailangan tayo, kumbaga, magkaroon ng tinatawag na parang standard form nung ating standard form of the dividend. By wherein we need to include zero coefficients. Okay? Ano yung sinasabi kong zero coefficients? Kung makikita nyo dito, from x square, nag-jump na agad siya sa, kasi pwede natin itong isulat yung 1 as x raised to 0. At alam nyo naman, pag na-raise natin ang kahit anong number sa 0, that is just 1. Kaya hindi na natin siya sinusulat. So, kumbaga, kung iisipin nyo, from 2 na exponent, nag-jump tayo papunta sa 0. So, kailangan nating i-include yung zero coefficient na term. So, ang mangyayari, dapat sunod-sunod sila. Isusulat lang natin yan in a sense na magkakaroon tayo ng x squared, okay, plus 0x. So, andyan na yung x raised to 1 natin, plus 1 divided by x. So, baka yung iba ay nalilito sa inyo, dapat ito ay curved yung division sign. Pero, nasanay tayo na straight line na lang. Anyway, proceed tayo ron sa normal na ginagawa natin dito sa ating long division. So, gagawin lang natin, itong x squared, divide lang natin by x. Okay? Para makita natin kung ano yung magiging ano niya. So, nangyayari dyan, magkakaroon tayo dyan ng alam natin, dalawa yung dalawang x square or dalawang x yun nandito sa loob ng x square. So, pero isusulat lang natin yun as x. Kasi ang mangyayari dyan, multiply natin tong x na to na sa taas. Okay? Multiply natin siya rito sa x dito sa baba. So, magkakaroon tayo x times x, x square. Okay? Then, we have to minus that. So, magkakaroon tayo ng 0 dyan. Okay? Then, bring down 0. So, 0. Kakaroon tayong plus 0 dito kasi wala naman talaga. So, 0x. Okay? Let's bring down 1. Then, alam natin na wala rin dito sa 1. So, ibig sabihin, meron tayong remainder na 1. At kung maalala nyo kung paano natin sinusulat yan, this is just actually equal to x plus, kunin mo yung remainder, divide mo siya by your divisor which is 1. So, kakaroon tayo dyan ng x. Okay? So, ganyan yung usual natin ginagawa. So, pakita pa natin yung iba pang example. Kasi, kumbaga, isang example yung ginamit natin dyan na parehas lang yung ginawa natin halos. Okay? So, let me just singit. Pakisingit lang tayo dito. Okay, so again, another example. Sulat tayo dito. Let's say we have x raised to 5 plus 3x cubed plus 2x plus 3. Okay? Let's divide this by sige, negative x. Ayan. Para magkaroon naman tayong variation dun sa ano. So, by long division, or by yung factoral division pala muna, pwede na natin tong isulat in fraction form. So, ayan, 2x plus 3. So, bali, itong ating negative x, sulat lang natin sa baba. At base ron sa napag-usapan natin kanina, Ang mangyayari lang dito, we just need to distribute the negative x as divisor dun sa x raised to 5, sa 3x raised to 3, dun sa 2x, at saka dun sa 3. So, mangyayari, magkakaroon tayo ng x raised to, negative, x raised to 5. We just need to divide that by negative x. Then we need to add 3x cubed divided by negative x. Then we'll have, o nga no, lagyan natin ng coefficient para magkaroon ng depth yung discussion natin. Let's say we have 3. Okay. 3x, negative 3x. So, dagdag lang natin yung negative 3 dito. 3, 3, below. Negative 3x. Alright. Then, proceed lang. So, we'll have 2x over negative 3. Then, we'll have 3x pala. Then, we'll have plus 3 divided by negative 3x. So, basically, yan lang yung gagawin natin. So, proceed with normal loss of exponent na ginagamit natin kanina. So, mangyayari lang dyan, ito ay 1. So, magkakaroon tayo x raised to 4. Sir, ano mangyayari dun sa negative 3? Since wala tayong mapag-divide dun sa taas, ng negative 3, mareretain lang yung negative 3 natin dun sa baba. Okay? Then, ganun lang din para dito sa isang to. So, magkakaroon tayo ng, sa rule of exponent, magkakaroon lang tayo ng, ano ulit, minus lang ulit natin yan. Ito ay 1, ito ay 3, 3 minus 1, that will be 2. Paano sir yung mga 3? So, we'll have there 3 divided by 3. So, that will be negative 1. Okay? So, pwede natin isulat to as minus x squared. Then, yung next natin na gagawin dyan, we have there x divided by x. So, that is 1. Then, we have there 2/3. And we have here a negative. So, that will be equal to negative 2/3. Tapos, yung last natin gagawin dito ay ito. Okay? So, makikita natin walang x doon sa taas. So, mareretain lamang yung variable na x dyan sa baba. So, magkakaroon. Then, we'll have 3 divided by negative 3. That will be negative 1. So, we'll have minus 1. Okay? Over, over x. So, yan ay magiging final answer natin. So, itry natin yan dun sa long division. So, kung meron tayong, kung sabi nga natin, gawa natin ng standard form ito. So, magkakaroon tayo x raised to 5. Ano kasunod ng 5? Siyempre yung 4. So, magkakaroon tayo dito ng plus 0 x raised to 4. Okay? Then, sulat natin yung kasunod. So, we have 3x cubed. Then, we'll have there 0x squared plus 2x plus 3. Okay? Then, we need to divide that by negative 3x. Okay? So, paano na to? Okay. So, mapapansin nyo dito, hindi na natin, ang kailangan lang natin gawin, ay di-divide lang natin yung ating kailangan lang nating manegate itong x raised to 5. So, para gawin yon, kailangan nating magkaroon ng number wherein dapat yun ay x raised to 5. So, ang gagawin lang natin dyan, para gawin yon, we just need to, ayan, magkakaroon tayo dyan ng x raised to 4 divided by 3. Okay? Actually, negative 3. Okay, bakit negative 3? Para makancel out natin yung negative. Kasi pag binultiply natin itong dalawang to, okay, yung x raised to 4 minus negative 3, dapat ang lalabas ay x raised to 5. So, check natin. So, we'll have there x raised to 4 over 3. Multiply natin sa negative 3x. Mapapansin nyo, magka-cancel out lamang itong dalawang negative 3 at sila ay magiging positive kasi pareha silang negative. Then we just need to multiply x to the fourth by x. So magkakaroon tayo dyan ng x raised to 5. Okay? Okay? Then we just need to deduct that or minus. Then x raised to 5 minus x raised to 5, that will be 0. Okay? Then you just need to bring down x raised to 4 na 0. At alam natin na 0 lang din ang kailangan natin dyan. So, ano tayo dyan ng 0. Then, bring down natin yung x raised to 3. Okay? Then, check nyo lang ulit. Ilan yung, anong kailangan i-multiply natin sa, sa, sa 3x para makuha yung x raised to 3. So, that will be 2x, bakit 2? We'll have there x squared. So, check lang natin. So, we'll have there negative 3x, multiply lang natin sa negative x squared. Makikita nyo negative, negative, that will be positive. Then you'll have 3x raised to 3. Okay? So, ito yan. Okay? So, we'll have there 3x raised to 3. That will be 0. Okay? Then, you need to bring down 0, x squared. Again, that will be 0. Then 0, bring down 2x. Okay? Bring down 2x. So, ilan yung kailangan natin para makuha yung, ano yung kailangan natin para makuha yung 2x? So, sa ginawa natin kanina, pwede natin yung gawin ay hanap lang tayo ng number na magka-cancel dun sa 3 na matitira yung tulang. Kailangan natin makancel yung negative. So, try natin. So, we'll have there negative 3x. Multiply lang natin sa ano yung pwedeng mag-cancel dito sa negative 3. So, pwede nating ilagay yun sa denominator, yung negative 3. Okay? Then, kailangan nating makuha yung 2. So, sulat lang natin yung 2. So, kapag minultiply nyo yan, ang actually makukuha nyo ay, since negative 3, that will cancel out. So, you will be left with 2 times x. So, we'll have there 2x. Okay, so ang gagamitin natin ay negative 2/3. Okay? Then, multiply lang natin at alam natin, makukuha natin dyan ay 2x. That again is 0. Bring down mo yung 3. Okay? And hindi na natin makakancel yung 3. So, pwede lang natin dyan gawin. Pwede natin makancel yon, pero ang gagawin lang natin, hanap lang tayo ng way kung paano makakancel yung negative at saka yung 3. So, that will be equal to yung x at saka yung negative lang pala. So, we'll have there negative 3x. Paano mo makakancel yung negative? Okay? So, syempre, divide mo siya by, or multiply mo siya by negative 1. Okay? Then, paano mo cancel yung x? Divide mo rin siya by x. Okay? So, pwede na nating tanggalin dyan yung 1. Tayin lang natin yung negative. Okay? Then, we will be left with maka-cancel yung negative. Naging positive siya. Maka-cancel yung x. Okay? 3 times 1, that will be equal to 3, which is eta. So, ang ilalagay natin dito sa taas ay negative 1 over x. Okay? So, magkakaroon ka dyan ng 3. Minus mo sila. That will be equal to 0. Okay ba? So, ayun, when we talk about this type of divisions, actually, nakadepende sa inyo class kung paano nyo siya isosolve. Okay? Pero ang titingnan nyo, kung i-write mo to, tatanggalin mo lahat ng 0. Itong answer na to, actually, ay equal lamang din dito sa answer na to. So, any method that will suit you, or kung ano man yung mag-fit sa iyo, yun na yung piliin yung gamitin. Okay? So, that is division using polynomials. Or division using monomials. Okay, so that's the basic. Okay, so when we talk about divisions of polynomial, yun yung pinaka-basic na kung isipin niya. So, ayan lang. Mind you, when we talk about divisions of polynomial, yan na yung usual nating ginagawa. Okay? Pero minsan, when it comes to dividing by monomials, mas madali pa yung gamitin mo na lang tong by LOE, yung gagamit ka na lang ng loss of exponents kaysa gagamit ka ng long division. So, ayun, I do suggest kapag kayo ay magdi-divide ng monomials using magdi-divide kayo ng polynomials or you are to divide polynomials by a monomial. So, it is better to use this one rather than this one. Okay? So, ang mas mahirap na division or na gamitan ng ganyan, nung loss of exponents natin ay by binomial na. Kasi basically, when we talk about division by binomial or our divisor is binomial, we cannot simply use our loss of exponent in that case. Okay? So usually the loss of exponents for division using binomials is you need to remember or you need to understand how we do the special products or the special factoring. By special factoring, kung maalala nyo yung binanggit ko nung last meeting natin na gumagamit tayo ng or yung mga properties like difference of two squares, perfect binomial, square of binomial, okay? So, yung usual na factoring, doon lang natin siya magagamit. So, ano ba yung cases na ganun? So, halimbawa, binigyan tayo ng ng x square minus, let's say, minus 9. And we are to divide that by a binomial, let's say, we have x plus 3. So, kung yung sa inyo, yung mga nakakaalala pa ng tinatawag nating factoring, ang usual na ginagawa natin dito ay ganito lang. Basically, we just need to factor this out. Okay, itong x squared divided by x squared minus 9. So, kung may nakakaalala po sa inyo difference of two squares, this is just equal to x plus 3 times x minus 3. Okay? So we have there x plus 3. As you may have noticed, we have here, or we can consider here, another one entity that is raised to 1. So we have there 1, 1. So if you are to divide that, ma-minus lang natin yun, di ba? Or basically, yung sinasabi na natin, we can just cancel that out. So we have there, uh, so the final answer there will be x minus 3. So, yan yung usual na ginagawa natin. Or yan yung madaling way kung paano natin ina-approach yung division of binomial. So, pero paano kung hindi mo na siya tanda? Hindi mo na tanda yung special property na yan. We cannot just simply use loss of exponents here. Okay? So, kung ginawa nyo kanina yung gagawin nyo, yung ginawa natin kanina, wherein kakaroon ka ng x square, i-divide mo yung x square plus x plus 3. Ma-minus mo yun dun sa 9 over x plus 3. Wala ring sense, di ba? Kung isipin nyo. Mas naging complicated lang yung ating equation or yung ating expression. But it is not necessarily na makaka-move tayo dun sa division na ina-expect natin. So, in that scenario, actually, it is best to use what we call the long division. Okay? So, meron pang isang way, pero turo ko later. So, in long division, we just simply do what we have done earlier. So, it's just, ilagay muna natin sa standard form. So, we have here, x squared minus 0x or plus pala, plus 0x minus 9. Then, we have to divide that by x plus 3. Okay? So, in this notion, ang actually kailangan lang natin gawin ay mag-isip ng isang number. Okay? Na wherein yung number na yon ay kapag minultiply natin dito sa x plus 3, maka-cancel out lang natin yung first term, which is x squared. Okay? Yun lang yung kailangan natin gawin. Kapag nag-minus tayo, kailangan mo palabas natin yung x squared. At paano natin mapapalabas yung x squared? Kung mapapansin nyo rito sa equation natin, meron tayo dyang x. Okay? So, paano magiging x squared ang x? You just need to multiply x to x squared. So, you will have x squared. Meaning to say, yung x na yan, yun yung ilalagay natin dito sa taas. So, kung makapansin nyo kapag division by binomial na, ang tinitingnan lang ay yung nasa harap. Okay? Hindi natin titingnan yung 3. Hindi rin natin titingnan yung kasunod, which is uh, 0x. Gagawin lang natin dyan. Okay, proceed. We'll have there x times 3. So, you will have there 3x. Positive yun. So, we'll have x times x. You will have there x squared. Then you have to minus that. So, nangyayari, magkakaroon tayo dito ng 0x minus 3. So, magiging negative lang ito, gawa ng minus. Ano? So, we'll have there negative 3. Okay? Then, x squared minus x squared, that will be 0. So, hindi na natin siya isulat. Bring down kung ano man yung hindi nyo ginamit. So, we'll have there negative 9. Okay. So, pansinin lang natin class din, since we have divided using binomial, ang nasakop na agad nung long division natin ay ito na agad dalawa. Kung dalawa yung terms mo dito na sa divisor, dalawa rin yung terms na kailangan mong sakupin dito sa sa dividend natin. So, again, so now, ang kailangan mo na lang ulit tingnan ay ano ba yung magpapa 3x dito sa x or negative 3x dito sa x. So, gagawin lang natin. Paano natin gagawin yon? Pwede mo namang gawin na yung negative 3x, divide mo sa x. Okay? So, you will have negative 3. So, yung negative 3 na yan, yun yung sulat natin dito. So, negative 3 times, tawag dito, negative 3 times 3. So, that will be negative 9. Then, we'll have negative 3 times x. So, we'll have negative 3x. Minus natin yan. Pag minus natin to, alam nyo naman ang mangyayari dyan. Didistribute lang natin yung negative. So, negative, negative, that will be positive, positive. Magka-cancel out yan. Tama ba? So, we have there 0. Mapapansin nyo, we'll have there negative, x minus 3. X minus 3. Okay? So, yan yung way kung paano natin siya i-approach. Okay ba? So, imbes na alalahanin nyo lahat ng, let's say, lahat ng pwedeng special products or special factoring, ito na agad yung pinakasimple yung approach na gamitin. So, yung isa pang approach dyan ay yung tinatawag nating synthetic division. Okay. So, for synthetic division, there are some preparations na kailangan muna natin gawin when we talk about synthetic division. So, first, kailangan mo pa rin, ito ay sa synthetic na. Ito actually yung shortcut when we talk about division by binomials. Or wherein, magdi-divide ka na ang divisor mo ay isang binomial. So, ito yung tinatawag nating synthetic division. Madali lang, in some sense, ang synthetic division, meron lang tayong ilang properties or ilang bagay na kailangan i-consider when we talk about synthetic division. Ayun, ang pinakamadaling dapat muna, kung titingnan mo yung divisor mo, dapat yung first term mo, syempre, siya ay linear. Ibig sabihin, ang exponent niya ay 1 lang. Tapos, ang kanyang coefficient ay 1. Okay? And another thing, when we talk about synthetic division, dapat meron siyang yung kasama niya, syempre, ay isang constant. Okay? Another thing when we talk about synthetic division, kailangan mo pa rin yung iyong standard form. So, dalawa yun. First, divisor must be linear. Okay? By linear, yun nga, yung highest exponent niya ng variable ay 1. And another thing, yung ating tinatawag na, tawag dito, standard form. Okay. Okay? So, dalawa yun. Yung ating divisor must be linear. And another thing, nasa standard form dapat. So, ano yung usually na ginagawa dito? So, ang una mong gagawin, first step sa iyong synthetic division, ay tingnan mo muna yung iyong divisor. So, yung divisor, tama. 1 yan, tama. At ito ay 3. So, ang pwede mong gawin dyan ay gawin mo to sa, kumbaga, equate mo to sa 0. Tapos kunin mo yung value ng x. Okay. So, medyo confusing yan, pero ang mangyayari lang talaga dyan ay, transpose mo lang yung x, so magkakaroon ka ng -3. So, basically, you just need to inverse the value of your uh, tawag dito, of your constant. Yun lang yung kailangan mong gawin. Tapos, yung next mong kailangan gawin ay yung standard form niya. So, you have x squared plus 0x minus 9. Then, ang next mong kailangan gawin is get the uh, coefficients of your standard form dividend. So, ang coefficient nito ay 1. Okay? Coefficient nito ay 0. Coefficient nito ay -9. So, basically, ito yung process. Okay? So, pwede natin dyan gawin. Gawa ka lang ng parang angle dito. Ganyan, na perpendicular. Tapos, isulat mo lang yung nakuha mo dito. So, we have there -3. Then, i-write mo lang yung iyong coefficient. So, we have there 1, 0, -9. Then, sulat ka lang ng line dito sa baba. So, ano ang gagawin dito? Sir, ano na naman kung meron dyan? So, ganito yung gagawin. First, dito ko muna. Kung maka-arrange ng maayos yung iyong mga numbers, hindi ka magkakaroon problema dito. First, bring down. So, kakaroon ka ng 1. Then, next mo, multiply dun sa 3. So, gagawin mo dyan ay kakaroon ka ng multiplication. X dapat yan na multiply, hindi x na. Multiply mo sila, so -3 times 1. So, that will be -3. Susulat mo yung dito. Okay? Tapos, i-add mo sila. Okay? 0 plus -3, it's just -3. So, -3. Ganun ulit. Multiply. Okay? Multiply ulit. So, magkakaroon ka ng 9. I-add mo ulit. So, that will be 0. So, meron kang kakaroon tayo ng number na 1, -3, 0. So, anong sense nito? Eh, ano naman sir kung nakuha mo na yan? So, ang next mo na lang kailangan gawin, ibalikan mo kung ano yung yung pinakamataas na exponent dun sa dividend mo. So, ang pinakamataas na exponent natin dun sa dividend natin or dun sa dinidivide natin ay 2. So, ang gagawin mo lang, itong biniring down mo dito, ay gagawin mong exponent nung kasunod, mas mababa rito. So, highest exponent, minus mo lang. So, i-write mo muna yung variable mo, that is x. Kasi x squared, yung x raised to 2 minus 1 is just x raised to 1. So, that is x. Okay? Then, sulat mo lang yung itong 1 na to, itong una mong nakuha as coefficient niya. So, that will be 1. Tama ba? Pero, alam nyo naman, ang 1x, hindi na natin sinusulat yung 1 kasi understood na yan. So, doon ka sa next na nito. Next na mas mababa dito. So, that will be that will be x raised to 0, which is just 1. So, ibig sabihin, ito na yung constant natin. Sulat mo lang ulit to as coefficient niya. So, we have there negative 3. So, we have there our final answer, x minus 3. So, mukha lang siyang, ano no, mukha lang siyang mahirap in some sense. Pero, yan na yan. Okay, so, bigay pa tayo isa pang example para maniwala kayong madali lang yang ano, madali lang yang ating synthetic division. So, stop ko lang yung inking. Lagay ko lang to sa next page. Okay. So, ayan. Try tayo ng medyo magulo, ano, or medyo mahirap. So, let's say, taasan natin yung exponent natin. Lagay natin siya sa cube. Mahirap na ba yan? So, pero anyway, tingnan natin. Let's say we have x cubed plus 8. Di ba mahirap yun, sir? Dadalawa lang. Divided by, let's say, x plus 2. So, in some sense, pwede ko tong i-shortcut. Ano? So, check natin kung tama pa yung pagkaka-shortcut ko. Ano? So, this will be just equal to x squared plus uh, 2x plus 4. Check natin. Okay. So, paano ko yan nakuha? Kasi ang nangyayari dyan, para lang may idea kayo, na parang nadidiscuss ko na rin pala yung other divisions. Ano? So, bala ang nangyayari dyan, itong x cubed plus 8 ay, ano ko lang, na pwede mo kasi siyang isulat as, ay, dapat pala yan ay minus pala dapat eh. So, pwede mo siyang isulat as ganito. X plus 2 times x squared minus 2x plus 4, okay, divided by x plus 2. So, x plus 2 will cancel out, and you will be left with x squared minus 2x plus 4. So, check natin kung tama yan. Using synthetic division, sabi natin kanina, first, kailangan mo nang i-check kung 1 ba yan. Okay, 1 yung coefficient, 1 din yung exponent. So, tama. Ano? So, kung didiretso tayo lang sa ganitong form, babalik na rin lang natin yung sign ng 2. So, that will be negative 2. Okay? Then, sulat lang natin yung mga coefficients nung ating mga to. So, isulat muna natin siya dun sa standard form natin. So, ayaw nyo magpasulat dun sa may header. Sulat natin siya sa standard form. That will be x cubed plus 0 x squared plus 0 x plus 8. So, yan yung standard form niya. So, magkakaroon tayo ng 1, 0, 0, 8. Okay? So, next natin gagawin. Bring down. So, that's 1. Okay, multiply. Okay, so that will be negative 2. Okay, bring down, or say bring down, add. So, we'll have there negative 2. Then, we have negative 2 times negative 2. That will be positive 4. Add ulit. Okay, so we'll have there 4. Okay, then 4. Multiply natin sa negative 2, that will be negative 8. Add, that will be 0. Going back, dun sa ginawa natin kanina, sa taas, tingnan mo ulit yung highest mo. Ang highest mo na exponent ay 3. Pag minus 1 ka lang dyan. So, we'll have there x squared. So, i-write mo itong coefficient natin dito. So, that will be 1. So, hindi na natin sinusulat. Again, doon ka sa kasunod nito, mas mababa. So, that will be x. Rewrite mo lang yung coefficient. So, we'll have minus 2. Nandun na tayo sa x raised to 0, which is 1. So, 4. I-write mo lang yan. Plus 4. Basically, we have here x square minus 2x plus 4 which is just equal dito sa shortcut na ginawa. Okay? So, balik lang tayo. Hindi nyo na kailangang isulat itong ginawa dito kanina na sinulat pa yung isa-isa. Okay? So, yan yung scenario. So, baka may magtanong sa inyo, Sir, paano kapag hindi hindi 1 yung coefficient dito? Paano kung yan ay maging 2x plus 2? Pwede kong sabihin sana, eh di proceed kayo sa long division. Pero at some case, hindi naman yun necessary. So, try lang natin. Ano? Try muna natin na halimbawa, x cube, burahin natin to, baka mag-cause ng confusion. X cube divided by 8, i-divide natin siya ng medyo magulong number. Let's say, sige, pwede na yung 2. Let's say we have 2x plus 2. So, paano natin gagawin yan? So, basically, ang pwede nyo gawin dito, i-alter nyo yung equation. Ano? So, let's say, ano muna, mag-long division muna tayo para ma-confirm natin kung ano ba muna yung magiging sagot. So, for the long division, kasya kaya dito. So, we'll have here x cubed plus 0, x squared plus 0, x. Plus, pwede nyo isulat lang to as 0. Ano? Ginalagay ko lang yung, ano, yung may yung mga variables para makita natin kung nasan tayo. Okay, plus 8. Then, we'll have there 2x plus 2. So, sabi ko kanina, kailangan mo lang tingnan yung magpapakancel dito. Okay? Magpapakancel dito sa x cube. Okay? So, basically, ang magpapakancel dyan sa x cube, using 2x, medyo gagamit tayong fraction pala dito. Ano? So, mangyayari, para makancel yung x cube, kailangan mo lang mag-multiply dun sa 2x nung magpapa-x cube sa kanya. So, kailangan natin i-divide, mawala yung 2. So, divide natin by 2. Kailangan natin ito ay maging x cube. So, multiply natin sa x squared. Okay. So, anong next na mangyayari? Multiplication yung plus dot yan. Okay. So, cancel yung 2. Then, we'll have x cube. So, ilalagay natin dito ay x squared over 2. Okay? Then, what's next? What's next? So, next lang natin kailangan gawin dyan ay i-multiply lang natin tong x square over 2 dito sa 2x. So, magkakaroon tayo dyan ng x cube kasi yun yung plano natin gawin pa kanina. Then, magkakaroon tayo dito ng, dito, then, ayan, multiply lang natin tong x cube, ay yung x square over 2 dito sa 2. So, magkakaroon tayo dyan ng x square. Bakit x square lang? Kasi kung titingnan nyo, ang x square over 2, pag minultiply natin sa 2, magka-cancel lang din yung 2. So, that is equal to x square. So, that is plus. So, minus lang natin. Magkakaroon tayo dito ng negative 2x square. Baba lang natin yung 0. Okay, so paano naman tayo magkakaroon ng x square? Ganun lang ulit actually. So, magkakaroon lang tayo dyan ng x. Multiply lang natin sa 2. So, magkakaroon tayo dyan ng negative pala dapat. So, magkakaroon tayo dyan ng negative x square. So, we have there negative x square. Multiply lang natin to sa 2. So, magkakaroon tayo dito ng negative ano? Magkakaroon tayo dito ng negative 2. Cancel yung 2. So, x na. Okay. Then, minus lang natin. Babaliktad yung sign. So, magiging x. Okay. Then, ang next natin dyan, bring down lang natin yung 8. So, ang next na portion ng gagawin natin ay paano makukuha yung x. So, that is plus 1/2. So, we'll have there 1 half times 2x, that will be equal to x. Okay? Tapos, 1 half times 2 is equal to 1. So, minus lang natin. Magkakaroon tayo dyan ng remainder na 7. Okay. So, ang final answer natin ay x squared over 2 minus x squared over 2 plus 1 half plus 7 over 2x plus 2. So, yun yung final answer. Check natin. So, check natin ngayon kung magagamit pa ba natin yung synthetic division para dito. Okay. So, pwede natin gawin. Ang pwede natin gawin, class, ay ganito. Kung isipin nyo, basically, when we are talking about this number, so we have here, alright, so basically for this scenario, so write ko lang yung ating expression, ano. So, when we talk about synthetic division, na hindi na ganun ka, ano, or hindi na available yung tinatawag nating yung x, ang coefficient lang niya ay 1. Ang gagawin lang natin doon, i-write lang natin siya ron sa normal na division natin. So, isulat lang natin siya as ganito. So, we'll have there x cubed plus 8. Yan yung given natin. We need to divide that by uh, 2x plus 2. So, basically, sabi natin dun sa rule, dapat yung coefficient nitong x ay equal dapat sa 1. So, paano natin gagawin yun? So, basically, usually, ang ginagawa natin, para i-cancel out ang isang number, halimbawa yung 2, wala ron sa expression niya, you need to divide it by the same number. Okay? Which is 2. Pero for this scenario, hindi natin yung pwedeng gawin basta-basta. Kasi meron tayong buong expression dito or buong operation na kailangan gawin na hindi pwedeng mag-work na ganun lang yon. So, ganito. Gusto nating i-divide itong 2x ng 2 para makancel natin siya at maging 1 siya. Kailangan mo rin yung gawin dun sa ibang parts or terms ng expression. Okay? So, mangyayari dito, magkakaroon tayo dito ng x cubed over 2 plus 8 divided by 2, that will be 4. Okay? So, yan. Divided by x plus 1. Okay, so nakikita niyo na kung saan nangyari yun. So, na-cancel tong 2, naging 1, so x na lang siya. Cancel tong 2, naging 1 na lang din siya. So, yan, 1. Okay. So, dito, actually, makikita nyo na pwede na natin gamitin yung ating synthetic division. Kasi, ayun, again, linear na siya. Then, 1 na yung coefficient niya. So, kukunin na lang natin yung kabaliktaran nitong 1. So, magkakaroon tayo dyan ng negative 1. Then, again, sulat na lang natin yung coefficients nito. So, by coefficient, class, huwag niyong kakalimutan yung number na nasa baba. So, this is actually 1 half. So, magkakaroon tayo dyan ng 1 half. Okay. Huwag niyong kakalimutan yung sa x squared, which is 0. Huwag niyo rin kakalimutan yung sa x, which is 0. Then, we have 4. Okay. Same process. Okay. So, you need to bring down this 1 half. So, you will have there 1 half. Multiply the 1/2 by -1, so that will be -1/2. You need to add this, 0 plus -1/2, that is just -1/2. Okay? -1/2 times -1, that will be 1/2. Add this 2, so you will have 1/2. Then you need to multiply again, -1 to 1/2, so you will have -1/2. And you need to add this, so you will have, paano ko mag-a-add ng fraction? So, ipapaalala ko lang sa inyo, kung meron tayong fraction, so let's say 4, magmo-minus or mag-a-add tayo ng isang fraction, which is, let's say dito for this case, -1/2. You just need to get the LCD. So, alam natin, since ito ay ang denominator nito ay 1, ang LCD natin dyan ay 2. Okay? So, you just need to, 2 divided by 1, that is 2. Multiply lang natin sa 4, that will be 8. Or basically, kapag walang denominator, multiply mo lang yung LCD. Then, you will have 2 divided by 2, that is 1 times 1, that is 1. So, we'll have there 7 over 2. Okay? Then, we'll have here 7 over 2. Dun sa pag-write ulit, balikan lang natin yung ginawa natin kanina. So, basically, para dito, tingnan mo ulit yung dividend mo. Kunin mo yung pinakamataas na exponent. So, ang pinakamataas na exponent mo ay 3. So, isulat mo lang yung 1 degree lower than that. So, that will be x squared. Lagay mo lang tong coefficient na 1/2. So, 1/2. Okay? Then, ganoon lang ulit. So, ang next natin ay x. Sulat mo lang ulit tong coefficient na to, yung -1/2. So, we have there -1/2. Okay? Same. So, x raised to 0 na tayo. That is just 1. So, we just need to add the plus 1/2. So, paano tong 7 over 2? So, since ito ay remainder na, usually, ang ginagawa natin dyan, di ba, yung, kumbaga, kung isipin nyo na sa ginawa natin kanina, nagkaroon tayo ng 7 na remainder. So, ang ginawa natin, dinivide natin siya by, tawag dito, yung divisor natin. And for this scenario, ang divisor na natin, kasi tinransform natin siya, ang divisor natin ay itong ating x plus 1. So, ganun lang din gagawin natin. Di-divide din natin siya. So, para sa shortcut, gagawin nyo lang dyan. Kung ito ay fraction, gagawin nyo lang, ilagay nyo lang sa ilalim or i-multiply nyo lang sa ilalim yung x plus 1 or yung divisor nyo dun sa denominator. So, you will have here x squared over 2 minus x over 2 plus 1/2 plus 7 over 2x plus 2, which is the same with our example or have the same answer as our example earlier dun sa long division. Dun sa long division na napaka-tedious at nakakalito kasi kailangan mag-develop ng mga ganito. So, yan yung final answer natin. So, we have here x squared over 2 minus x squared over 2 plus 1/2 plus 7 over 2x plus 2, which is the same as this. Okay. So, for other examples, okay, kung hindi na tayo aabot class muna dito sa ating other division, we will just discuss this other division. Anyway, that other division is just an extension of what we are doing here in this part of the lecture. So, lastly, let's think of another example, just random numbers na paboritong number. Halimbawa, let's say I have here 7x raised to 3 plus, let's say, 6x raised to 5 plus 2x plus 3. Okay. So, kung mapapansin nyo dito, ayan, sige pala, divide natin siya by, let's say, okay, magandang number. 3x plus, let's say, 6. Ayan. So, kung mapapansin nyo rito, class muna, bago gumulo ang mga buhay-buhay, kailangan muna natin i-consider or kailangan muna natin tingnan kung ano yung pwede natin nang gawin. So, makikita nyo na naman dyan, hindi sunod-sunod yung ano natin, yung expression natin. Ah, hindi sunod-sunod yung expression natin, meaning, kailangan natin siyang gawing sunod-sunod. So, we'll have here x raised to 5 sulat plus 7x cubed plus 2x plus 3. Ayan, sunod-sunod na siya. Sulat natin siya rin sa form na pwede nating i-edit kasi pansin nyo, hindi na naman 1 yung nandun sa x natin. So, I will have here divided by 3x plus 6. Okay. Same scenario ng ginawa natin kanina. We just need to divide all the terms with the number na nakakabit dun sa linear variable natin. So that is 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, and 3. So that will be 2x raised to 5 plus 7x cubed over 3 plus 2x over 3 plus 1. All of that is divided by x plus 2. Same lang ang gagawin natin kanina. So, nagmamadali ako class kasi sobrang haba na ng video. We have here yung, ano natin, yung 2. Baliktarin lang natin yung sign niya. So, we'll have there, negative 2. Sulat natin yung mga variables natin. So, 2, 0. So, by now, siguro, alam nyo na kung bakit may 0 yan. Then, we'll have 7. Then, we'll have 0. Then, we'll have 2/3. And we'll have 1. Alright? Let's proceed with the operation. Bring down first. We'll have 2. Negative 2 times 2, that's negative 4. Bring down, so we'll have negative 4 or add. Ako nasasabing bring down, pero hindi yan ganun. Then we'll have negative 2 times negative 4, so that will be 8. Okay? Then add lang natin, so we'll have there 15. 15 times 2, negative 2, that will be negative 30. Add negative 30. Alright. Then we'll have there negative 30 times 2, that will be negative 60. Ay, mali. Positive 60, sorry. So, positive 60. Add natin sa 2/3, that will be 60 and 2/3. Then 60 and 2/3 multiply by negative 2. So we'll have there 120 negative 1/3, 124 over 3. So that will be 121 and 1/3. So that will be negative 120 and 1/3. Okay. So, yan na yung ano natin, yung expression natin. So, kung pwede lang natin gawin dyan, simplify lang natin tong dalawang to para maging improper siya. So, we'll have there 3 times 60 plus 2. So, we'll have there 182 over 3. And this one will be 3 times negative 120, that is negative 360. Okay? Plus 1, that will be negative 361. Okay. So, over 3. Sulat na lang natin siya ron sa ginawa natin kanina. So, again, look for the highest exponent. That would be 5. So, that will be x raised to 4. Then, sulat mo lang yung coefficient. That's 2. Okay, x raised to 3. We have minus 4. Then, x raised to 2 plus 15. Then, negative 30. X, then plus 180 over 3 plus yung kanina, yung ginawa natin kanina. So, this will be 361 over yung balik na lang natin. So, we have 3x plus 6. Okay? So, that will be your final answer. At kung yan ay gagawin nyo sa long division, siguro matagal-tagal nyo matatapos. Kasi sobrang haba ng gagawin dyan. So anyway, class, that will be all for today. Thank you for watching. And also, just another assignment or another thing na kailangan nyo i-consider. After nito, magkakaroon tayo ng quiz regarding sa or quiz or handout or drill regarding dito sa ating uh, sa operations of polynomials. Okay? Thank you and have a nice day.